Council resolutions in order to avoid selective approach. The OSCE Minsk group was established in 1992 with the aim to find resolution to the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. It could be possible for the OSCE Minsk group co-chairs to accomplish their task if they would take resolute actions for compelling Armenia to end its military aggression against Azerbaijan. Throughout the conflict, Armenia, with its attitude and actions, demonstrated that its sole aim was to maintain the status quo and consolidate the occupation. On many occasions, I raised the necessity of imposing sanctions on Armenia. Regretfully, there was no international sanctions imposed on Armenia to enforce the implementation of the UN Security Council resolutions. In 2018, the Kocharian-Sarkisyan regime of war criminals was overthrown in Armenia. We had some hopes that the new government of Armenia would seriously engage in negotiations. We were ready to reciprocate any positive signal coming from Armenia. In 2018-2019, it was one of the most calmest periods in former line of contact. However, the regime replacement in Armenia was not followed by real changes on the ground, in spite of Azerbaijan's positive actions. The new government of Armenia also opted for the continuation of occupation instead of peaceful neighborhood with Azerbaijan. During the last 2 years of the conflict, Armenia deliberately destroyed the negotiation process. The government of Armenia made a number of provocative statements and actions, like saying Karabakh is Armenia, and period, and not an inch of occupied land back. The then Defense Minister of Armenia openly threatened Azerbaijan with new aggression and occupation of new territories. Armenia put forward unacceptable and groundless so-called 7 conditions and demanded to change the negotiation format, to start from the 0 point and to involve the puppet regime established by Armenia in the occupied territories in negotiation process. Attempts by Armenian government to change the format and substance of negotiations was an unpleasant surprise for the OSCE Minsk group co-chairs, whose efforts were paralyzed by irresponsible and dangerous actions of Armenia. Furthermore, in gross violation of international law, including Geneva Conventions, Armenia was blatantly implementing the policy of illegal settlement of people, mainly from Middle East, with Armenian origin, in the occupied territories of Azerbaijan. Encouraged by the long-lasting sense of impunity, Armenia was also announcing construction of new roads from Armenia to occupied territories to further consolidate the result of its aggression and speed up the illegal settlement. In July 2020, Armenia perpetrated military provocation along the state border with Azerbaijan. As a result of the artillery strike inflicted on Azerbaijan's Tovuz district, 13 military servicemen and civilians were killed. Later in August last year, Armenian sabotage group attempted to penetrate through the formal line of contact to commit terror acts against Azerbaijani military servicemen and civilians, but it was successfully neutralized. In my statement at the general debate of the 75th session of the UN General Assembly on 24 September last year, I had warned that hostile, Azerbaijanophobic statements and provocations of Armenian leadership demonstrate that Armenia is preparing for a new aggression against Azerbaijan. 3 days later, on the 27th of September last year, Armenia launched a large-scale attack against military positions and civilians of Azerbaijan. In response, Azerbaijan, using its inherent right of self-defense as enshrined in the Article 51 of the UN Charter, started a counter-attack on its own territories against Armenia.